Hi everyone, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Tuesday, the 22nd of January 2019. It's a pleasure to be with you today. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm using the Radiant Rider-Waite deck for today's reading. And as I shuffle the cards, I just ask the cards, what is the energy of Tuesday the 22nd about? And how can we use this to our advantage? So these readings apply to all signs of the zodiac. They're for everyone who watches. So thank you to everyone who shares these videos. I really appreciate it because I don't advertise and it's the only way that other people know I exist. And a special thank you to Lily Tate. I discovered your Pinterest page that you made with my videos and my readings yesterday, and I was just floored by how much of my work you've shared. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's that kind of thing that makes my videos appear and gets other people to notice so that more people watch these videos and hopefully benefit from them. So let's see what the cards want you to know about Tuesday the 22nd. Got the Devil in reverse, the Three of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. Fab. So the Devil is being stuck in a situation because you see yourself as simply flesh and blood, and your circumstances have power over you and you can't get out of them. So for instance, I don't have any money, so I need to accept a job that I really despise to make ends meet so that I can live in a place that I dislike, that I can eat food that isn't really particularly delicious but that keeps me alive, and I have to make do. Or it's I have to stay in this relationship because he has the money and I rely on that money. If I leave this relationship, I no longer love him, but if I leave the relationship, then I'm going to have to find a job myself. I don't have any qualifications, and what am I going to do? So this is putting the cart before the horse. It's thinking of yourself simply as a human being instead of a spiritual being. And the good news is that the card is in reverse. So you remember that you're a spiritual being. You listen to your higher self, to spirit. The pentacle has spirit at the top, earth, air, fire, water underneath spirit. So the world doesn't rule you. You rule the world. So when you stop doing jobs for money, when you stop getting into relationships because, oh, she'll make a nice accessory on my arm, she'll look good on the yacht, that's when you really go within yourself and you say, what am I here for? What am I passionate about? How can I add value to the world? How can I really fulfill my purpose and my mission? And when you start thinking about that, you find yourself in positions or situations that actually allow you to add value to the world, that sometimes it's dramatic, sometimes it's gradual. That kind of change of perspective and thinking will lead you out of situations which keep you trapped. And they put you in situations where you really do something that you enjoy and you're with someone because you love them, not because you benefit on a physical level. And that energy and those situations are then much more abundant and prosperous than the situations you find yourself in that you simply do for the sake of surviving and getting by. So change the perspective around. You're not just someone who's here to struggle and scrape your way through life. You're here with a much bigger plan and a much bigger purpose and much more power than you realize. There are lots of quotes, but one of them is, if you realized how powerful you were, you would never ever doubt yourself again. And the other thing is, if you realize that this world was an illusion and that you really are an expression of the divine, if you realize that, then you will realize that everything kind of falls in line according to the way you want it to be, and you don't need to let the world control you. You can control the world. So with that perspective in mind, you set out to look at what you're going to do next. Passion and being true to your own nature creates a gateway, and you start something new, and you either travel or you start a new project, or you communicate something that's been on your mind for a while and you make it tangible. You put it in the format of a podcast or a book or a painting that you present to other people being these ships here, and you reach out to society and you start something new because you remember who you truly are. So the inner fire is so strong that you don't care about your current circumstances. You realize that you're something special, and each one of us is something special. And the universe isn't particularly generous when it comes to handing out gifts, but I truly believe that each one of us has been given a talent or a gift or a skill that will allow you to thrive on planet Earth. So, first of all, by seeing yourself as you truly are, that's the first step. And on days like this, it's just a realization. It's just like, wow, this is who I am. I'm not this person who simply packs groceries at the checkout. I'm something much more. And you simply realize that, and that opens your eyes, and that gives you a lot of doorways and ideas of how you can progress. Take that power and conviction, move through one of the doorways, and you activate the Wheel of Fortune. You give it a nice good spin. 10 is about transition and moving into a period of your life that is much luckier, that is much better. The Wheel of Fortune means that sometimes you're up and sometimes you're down. Sometimes you're in devil territory. You see yourself as this person who just has to get by. And sometimes you see yourself as the wise old Sphinx who's beyond this world and has all the answers and is connected to the divine and is always knowledgeable. There's wisdom. All of these things are transient and changeable, but the Wheel of Fortune in itself is a positive card that says, if you use this opportunity to walk through a doorway today, you will experience good fortune by giving this wheel a spin, and by getting out from the position down here, you get on top of the Wheel of Fortune, and then you have all the angels and all the elements at your disposal. You've got fire and earth and air and water. Everything in the world that seems to be so solid and set in stone suddenly is putty in your hand that you can play with and adjust and mold, because you step into your true divine power and you're able to change your life for the better and create your own fortune. 10 and 3 is 13, and 15 is 28. 2 and 8 is 10. 10 reduces to 1 in numerology, and 1 is about being a leader, working independently, being in charge, being the boss, thinking about yourself, what makes you feel fired up, what comes naturally to you, what your mind intuitively tells you is going to be a success, and the window or the door that you look through, which one fills you with the most excitement? Which one makes you feel most alive? So you have a choice. Look through the different doorways that are open to you today. Leave your circumstances, your limiting circumstances and beliefs behind by stepping into your own power, by embracing uncertainty and saying, I am a divine being. Fear and doubt have no power over me. I am independent. I will create life the way I want it to be. I walk through that doorway and I ride the wheel of fortune to my success. So this is an incredibly empowering day. It's, again, very life-changing. You decide what's going to happen. You can decide whether you open a restaurant in Italy or whether you're a chiropractor in Maryland, in Baltimore. It's your choice. The world is your oyster, and think big. Think much bigger than anyone has thought before. Get rid of that poverty consciousness, that lack consciousness. You can go to Florence and study art if you want to. There is a way of going about doing that. Nothing holds you back. There are ways, scholarships and sponsorships, and dreams can come true. And if you read people's biographies, you will notice that no one was handed their fame or their success on a silver platter. Everyone has to fight. Everyone has to say, what do I care about? And what fires me up? And then they walk through that doorway and they face certain obstacles, and it's up to you to overcome those obstacles and to create your good fortune. You're the master of the universe. You're the master of your own destiny today. And today, a doorway of opportunity opens. So don't miss out on that. It's a minor arcana card. So as the doorway opens, it will close again at another point. But you're free today, and you're ready to make your fortune and create good luck and success in your life. So I'm really pleased for you. Have a wonderful day. If you'd like a private reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to audio reading. In my personal readings, I use the tarot, astrology, and numerology. The astrology chart, and astrology in itself, is the king of the divination systems because it goes into so much detail and it shows me every aspect of who you are. By drawing it up, using your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth, I get a blueprint of your soul. It literally shows me who you are, what your life purpose is, what your vocational aptitudes are. If you don't have the time of birth, order a rectification with me. I can work out your time of birth through a process. The chart also shows me what's destined for you and where you have choice. So you can choose what kind of work you can do. You don't have a choice over some of the strengths and weaknesses that are inherent in your personality, and how you can work with those and use them so that you can turn them to your advantage. It shows me what's destined for you in love and health and relationships, friendships, money, career, wealth, travel, abundance, what's coming up in future. I can answer any questions you may have. I can answer questions on relationships. I can draw up a solar return chart to see what's coming up from your birthday to your birthday. So let's say today, the 22nd of January, is your birthday. If I draw up a solar return chart today, I can see what's happening for you from the 22nd of January 2019 until the 22nd of January 2020. So if you'd like a reading, please get in touch via the website, gregoryscott.com. Have a fabulous day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.